Welcome to the SmartKeys podcast. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the technology that isn't just optimizing business anymore. It is fundamentally redefining the entire operational playbook. We're talking, of course, about artificial intelligence.
We are so far past the tipping point. The conversation has completely shifted from if we should use it to how we use it operationally. And the scale of this, it's just staggering. We're looking at an AI market that is predicted to go past $500 billion by 2024.
Wow.
So for any professional listening, failing to strategize around AI integration is, well, it's no longer just about lagging behind. It's basically inviting competitive failure.
That scale is so intimidating, and for a leader trying to figure out where to even start, I think the speed of adoption tells an even bigger story. Just think about generative AI services like ChatGPT. It hit 100 million users in just 2 months. That's not just some consumer hype. That speed means these tools are already essential platforms for professionals who need an immediate edge.
Exactly. And that's our mission today. We want to move beyond the headlines and really unpack the specific strategic advantages you gain. We're focusing on the mechanics, how AI boosts efficiency, how it streamlines these really complex workflows, and I think most critically, how it enhances the quality and speed of your decision-making.
Okay, so let's start with the foundation, the engine that's powering all of this.
Wow.
When we talk about AI, we mean computer technologies doing tasks that usually need human cognition learning, solving problems, that sort of thing. But for our audience, the real conversation is about the strategic differences within that definition.
Precisely. The core functionality, the thing that really drives the change, is machine learning, ML. And it isn't new, but its ubiquity is. ML is basically algorithms that take in massive amounts of data, spot patterns, and then predict outcomes without being explicitly programmed for every single step.
So you're teaching the machine to learn from experience.
You're teaching it to generalize.
Yeah. And the beauty of ML is just how well it handles those predictive tasks with structured data. In manufacturing, for example, ML algorithms can analyze real-time data from equipment to predict exactly when a critical part is about to fail.
Right. And that shifts the entire maintenance model from reactive to proactive.
Which is a huge strategic change.
It is. That proactive approach just eliminates costly, unplanned downtime. We see the same thing in finance. ML is absolutely essential for spotting anomalies in millions of transactions to detect fraud.
So if ML is handling predictions from structured data, then deep learning, or DL, is the next step up. It's what's required for the really complex, messy, unstructured problems.
Exactly. DL uses these multi-layered neural networks. The complexity is the key differentiator. It's what allows it to handle tasks that mimic a higher level of human interpretation.
Like what?
Well, think about a self-driving car. DL is what's interpreting this chaotic flood of sensor data, road signs, pedestrians, the weather, and making real-time decisions in a fraction of a second. It's interpreting unstructured data, like images or language.
And the numbers back that up. We saw that in something like 69% of use cases, deep neural networks significantly improve performance over other methods. So if you're dealing with cutting-edge recognition, DL is basically mandatory.
And if you connect that capability to where the investment is going, the message for leaders is crystal clear. Nearly 9 out of 10 are increasing their investments in AI and ML, especially for things like marketing, but also for mission-critical areas like cybersecurity and fraud management. The tech is proven, and the capital is flowing.
So we've defined the engine ML and DL, but how is that engine actually hitting the pavement in daily workflows? Let's turn to automation.
Right, which is where most people feel the immediate benefit. It's about freeing up your employees from those mundane, repetitive tasks. That allows them to focus their brain power on creative, strategic work.
And this is happening in every part of the business, isn't it?
Every corner. In finance and HR, AI systems can speed up document processing so incredibly fast. What used to take a week of manual effort can now be just a few hours of automated review. That time saved is capacity for strategic growth.
And the toolkit that's available now is just so robust. Externally, customer support is being transformed by chatbots, ChatGPT, Claude providing 24/7 support.
And they handle the bulk of routine questions really effectively. Internally, you see it in platforms like Asana or Any.Dudo, optimizing project timelines. For marketing teams, tools like Jasper and Copy.ai are massively speeding up content production. That's a direct speed-to-market advantage.
That interaction brings us right to CRM, customer relationship management, where AI is changing the whole nature of engagement. AI systems are ensuring customer data is updated accurately, which That's the foundation for any real personalization.
It's all about moving from generic to hyper-personalized. Advanced AI tools can even use sentiment analysis to instantly identify a customer's emotions in a message. That lets your support teams deliver a timely, targeted, and empathetic response.
Okay, but let's project that forward. There's a fascinating strategic question here. The sources predict that AI will manage a staggering 85% of customer relationships by 2024. That's huge. But isn't there a risk of alienating customers if you rely too much on automation?
That is the core strategic tension. Absolutely. The 85% is managed by automation, yes, but the human agents are reserved for the high-value, complex, or emotionally charged interactions.
So the AI is a filter.
It's a triage system. AI handles the data consistency and the speed. Humans handle empathy and complex resolution. It enhances the human agents, making sure their time is spent where it really, truly matters.
Okay, let's shift to the why it matters piece. The quantifiable value. The core driver here has to be AI-powered data analytics. Traditional methods just get overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information today. AI solves that scale problem.
It sifts through massive data sets at a speed and granularity that was just unattainable before. This is where competitive advantage is won. You move from guesswork to informed decisions. Look at companies like Target or Netflix. They're masters of this.
Yeah.
They don't just react to trends. They predict what an individual wants and craft personalized offerings, sometimes before the customer even knows they need it.
And the financial returns are there. The projections are really compelling. AI is predicted to drive a 37% reduction in operational costs by 2024. That's not just a little bit of savings, that's a fundamental structural change.
And it's not just about cutting costs. The data shows a direct link to growth. 63% of companies that adopted AI reported revenue increases in 2023.
So there's a massive ROI.
A massive ROI. The cost reduction comes from optimizing supply chains, minimizing wasted inventory, streamlining all those back-office processes.
So if the ROI is so obvious, why isn't every company fully transformed? The discussion has to move from just buying the tech to strategic execution, the messy middle.
Implementation is everything. You can't just buy a new tool. Leaders have to start by rigorously identifying high-value areas for AI. Where's the biggest pain point? Where's the cleanest data? Then you set SMART goals and partner with the right vendors who align with those goals.
I think the biggest strategic oversight, though, is the people factor. You can buy the most sophisticated tech, but it will fail if the organization isn't ready for the change.
It's a culture shift, not a software update.
Exactly. Training and change management are vital to equip employees. And without strong leadership support, that alignment across departments it becomes impossible.
And that leads to a critical point about balance. AI drives speed and efficiency, but human oversight is absolutely required to navigate its limits. We have to ensure the data going in is clean and unbiased, and that human judgment is still applied to decisions around privacy and compliance. AI informs, but humans decide.
So as we look to the future, it's pretty clear we're only in the prologue of this transformation. The market momentum confirms it. The AI industry is expected to expand at a CBR of, 37.3% until 2030, potentially reaching nearly $2 trillion in value.
That is not stabilization. That is explosive, sustained expansion. And this fuels the urgency. A resounding 80% of businesses are saying that AI will be absolutely critical for their competitive advantage in the next 3 years.
So if you want to stay a leader, the time to move is now.
Now.
That urgency probably explains the boom in specialized external help, too. We're seeing 25% growth last year for AI consulting. What are these consultants doing that internal teams can't?
You're providing the structure and deep expertise that a lot of companies just don't have internally yet. They specialize in data strategy and, critically, data quality assessment. Bad data in, bad AI out. Full stop. So consultants are the bridge, helping companies leapfrog that inevitable internal trial and error phase.
That focus on strategy brings us to our final provocative thought for you, the listener, to consider. The future of AI success is intrinsically tied to assurance and responsibility. As AI systems get more autonomous, just being efficient isn't going to be enough.
Exactly. You have to invest in AI assurance practices now. And this isn't just about ethics. It's a commercial necessity. Assurance fosters transparency in your algorithms, and it aligns your AI with consumer expectations of fairness and accuracy. When your customers and regulators trust your AI, that trust itself becomes a sustainable competitive advantage. This ongoing evaluation is what will define long-term leadership.
So, at the end of the day, integrating AI into your business is no longer optional. It's crucial for survival and growth. It's the engine that streamlines operations, cuts costs by up to that predicted 37%, and ensures you make better, faster decisions with high-quality, real-time data.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Smart Keys podcast. We really appreciate you spending your time with us for this deep dive into the strategic future of work.
If you want to explore the specific metrics, the implementation models, and the full toolkit of AI services we talked about today, be sure to read the full article. The link can be found, as always, right there in the show notes. And don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more strategic insights.